Hi guys, so today is day 51 of GoFundMe Challenge, and I wanted to talk a little bit about karmic corridors and the life we choose prior coming to this world, which actually makes a lot of sense and help to explain why the things are happening in our life and helps to deal with this life easier. How do I know? These teachings coming almost blindly from our realized teacher, the knowledge and the information, and um, you can believe it or you cannot. But I started believing in it after lots of direct knowledge that I received uh, after practice and meditation, which initially teacher was telling us things were happening this or another way, and it still sounded like fiction to me until during meditations I acquired the sense with the whole body, which I knew what teacher was saying was truth, because there was like an absolute constant truth. So the idea is that soul is being reborn and reborn and reborn until it passes the correction mechanism. Correction mechanism is there for our soul to kind of shake off our ego mind programs, to purify from our habits, from programs, from everything that stops from light going through, that stops from us feeling like a pure soul, pure life. And this kind of path of the soul, it's called coming home to the world of souls. And so through lots of lifetimes, some people purify and are being reborn into better and better conditions. Yet better and better condition not always means it's better for their soul evolution. um, but sometimes souls get to that level where they accumulate lots of baggage of mind stuff that separates them, that causes lots of suffering and lots of arrogance. And we know how many people say that the world is just big bang came from out of big bang, and everything is merely an accident, you know uh, believing that everything just accidental and there is no higher force. Well, the idea from people who feel the absolute is that this particular stuff like this uh, sits in us like filter of skepticism and arrogance and disbelief, and that prevents us from uh, light going in, because that's the light is opposite to our thoughts. And so where I started is that if you were going with the teaching of the school, is that the whole uh, goal of the soul is to come back to the world of souls, to what they call coming back home. And many of you had glimpses of this amazing tranquil state where you feel at peace, where you feel at home, when you are completely aligned, when no matter what's happening outside, you just feel centered. You feel powerful, you feel peaceful, you feel in love, you feel happy. And so the world of souls, our teacher says, feels something like this, just permanent and many, many times more radiant, more absolutely mesmerizing, and for the mind it not to understand, and for the words not to describe. And from my own experiences, I could say that during meditations, I had the most amazing states where you kind of don't need anything or need very little. You need just very little food for the body to function, some clothes to dress, some shelter above your head, because you feel that there is so much more to this life. So, coming back to the karmic corridors, some souls build up such big shells or cocoons of this ego mind stuff, um, or some sort of things they've done in past lives that they need to progress further in order to catch up with the world of soul. And after death, actually, when you remove your physical body, when your energy from etheric body, um, and astral and mental body comes in your subtle bodies, you perceive the world completely different. The priorities change, and in that particular world happens evaluation of your life, and there you can choose. You can come back and have your life suffering little by little, as we all do every day, or sometimes perhaps you can have crazy heavy life, if you can call it life. You can die like a baby, you can die in a war, you can be raped, but that would guarantee that through that suffering you um, kind of wash your sins, or through the lots of suffering you have such an intensity of life energy going through you. Because in suffering, if you suffer with every cell of your body, you may perceive the life, on all levels of the subtle bodies. And so you kind of, life is all about, life is actually, uh, life teaches us what does mean evolution of the soul. Life teaches us to feel it not just in our physical body, never mind the mind, but in our etheric or energy body, in our astral and mental bodies, and the other bodies that are there, subtle bodies. The whole idea of life is to perceive life in its full intensity. And sometimes, if you can't do because you're blocked by the mind, life sends you, suffering or negative or unpleasant as mind thing experiences. So you would be here, you would be now, you would be in every of your cell, and you would perceive the experience fully. So yeah, if anybody of you feel like you have a horrible life, maybe a horrible partner, maybe you know a horrible friend, or things just do not happen the way you want, or you feel always being hit and hit and hit by your head, you thank life, because this is the way life tries to wake you up and teaches you to start feeling whatever unwanted, unpleasant happens in your life, whatever brings out various emotions. This is the best key in feeling life, in breathing into it, in feeling every cell. And if anyone would like to know more about it, what does it mean? What do I mean by feeling? What do I mean by cleaning programs? What do I mean by, karmic corridors? This is amazing chance for you now to join English speaking World of Awakening platform. The link is below this video, and have a trial for 7 days. Also the school are doing lots of free events, lots of free webinars, satsangs with awakened instructors. So You can join in Facebook and YouTube pages. The links are below. And some sort of, self-development, soul evolution, um, self-discovering and inquiry you must do if you want life to be more lenient and more rewarding for you. Yeah, that's it from me today. And I hope things made sense. And if you have any questions, please comment below and subscribe. And do not forget to refer to the very first video and fund me for GoFundMe challenge, because the funds will go in purchasing centers for the school, our first centers for the school, so that um, we could have permanent places to meditate and create unified fields for people come from all over the world in helping cleaning programs and obtaining or immersing in different levels of awareness from which all this knowledge flows. Take care for now. Bye bye, and I will see you tomorrow.